Shalom, TikTok. How the hell are you? Well, I like to read to you guys Ezekiel 5, starting with verse 5 today, and give you a little understanding, folks. The first thing I want you to notice is up here at the top that new logo for that little country over there in the Middle East. And then the next thing I want you to notice is USA right in the middle of the word Jerusalem. You see 50 states and one Israel. They are one. So whatever happens to one is going to happen to the other. One is the mother and the other is her daughter. Now let's read here and get a little understanding, especially for you Christians. You know, we're in a Christian nation, right, folks? But let's see what Yahuwah says. This is what sovereign Yahuwah says. That's your creator, Christians. This is Jerusalem, which I have set in the center of the nations, with countries all around her. Yet in her wickedness, the synagogue of Satan, she has rebelled against my laws and decrees more than the nations and countries around her. You see, Yahuwah has a set of laws in Leviticus that you folks don't obey. You know, I made a video the other day and I said that the Muslims was more righteous than Christians because they don't eat the abominable pig. So that's what Yahuwah's telling you folks right here. She has rejected my laws, his Torah, and has not followed my decrees. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Yahuwah says. You have been more unruly than the nations around you. That's what I just told you. Y'all are abominable pig eaters and have not followed my decrees and kept my laws. You have not even conformed to the standards of the nations around you. They're not eating the abominable pig, folks. Therefore, this is what Yahuwah says. I myself am against you, Jerusalem, and I will inflict punishment on you in the sight of the nations because of all of your detestable idols, all of those Jesuses on the cross. I will do to you what I have never done before and will never do again. That sounds pretty strong, folks, Christians. Therefore, in your midst, parents will eat their children. Ain't that wild? And children will eat their parents. That's hunger, folks. If you're wondering why SNAP benefits are cut off and the government's closed, he's telling you what's coming here, folks. I will inflict punishment on you and will scatter all of your survivors to the winds. Therefore, as surely as I live, and we all in the set apart ones know that Yahuwah does live, declares Yahuwah, because you have defiled my sanctuary with all your vile images. Jesus, folks, and these detestable practices. I myself will shave you. I will not look on you with pity or spare you. Yahuwah, he won't give a shit about you no more. A third of the people will die of the plague or perish by famine. That's hunger, folks. That's why you're going to eat each other. Inside, the perish by famine inside of you. That's inside your land, folks. A third, that's 1 out of 3, folks, will fall by the sword. That's guns and bombs and all those cool things outside your walls, and a third I will scatter to the winds and pursue with drawn sword. That's what's coming to you folks for not obeying Yahuwah's laws outlined in Leviticus. Isn't that exciting? You guys are about to go on a hell of an adventure. One hell of a ride is right before you folks. But I wanted to give y'all some food this morning, folks. I'm feeding the sheep this morning. So you guys get ready, stock up on seasonings, because you're going to need it when you start eating each other, folks. Now you guys go out and make it a great day. Shalom.